Happy Friday and good morning, America. You are now watching episode 2 of the Biz Insurance Wiz Lab. I am your host, Shalak Collins, where I developed this channel specifically to target and hopefully be a resource in the insurance industry to business owners, to people who just have questions about insurance, people who are interested in learning more about insurance and how the cookie crumbles. So, this is episode 2. Thank you for tuning in. Today is Friday. It's a beautiful day on the East Coast. I hope you guys will make the most of it because I certainly will. So, last week I was talking to you guys about the SIC code, which is the Standard Industrial Classification Code. It is the code that is used to basically define your business operations, what it is that you actually do. However, there was also a addition to the SIC code that was added, and that was the NAICS code. And that's what we're going to be speaking about today, guys, the NAICS code, which basically derives from the SIC code. But in my opinion, I'd say on the professional side, the 6-digit code, the NAICS code, gets in a little bit more specific as to your operations. And I could tell you in the insurance world, the more specific you are with what it is that you do, the better your premium is probably going to be. Because if it is hard to define your business, it's going to be hard for them to figure out how to insure you. So, having said that, let's get into it, guys. So, the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, is a major government agency that regulates the markets. The SEC still uses SIC codes. The SIC codes are listed in a company's electronic data gathering, analysis, and retrieval system filings, called EDGAR, to indicate the company's industry. All right, so the SIC code system continues to remain the most popular industry classification system. The NAICS code has been unable to fully replace it due to the SIC system's long history and the reluctance of businesses and other organizations that have been long-term users of SIC codes to switch over to a new classification system. Although the U.S. government stopped updating SIC codes as far back as 1987, private data organizations stepped in and continued to update the SIC system, including adding very specific additional classifications. As a result, at most defined levels, there are currently over 10,000 6-digit SIC codes compared to 1,066 NAICS codes. Now, again, this is not a sexy topic, not fun, but it is important because you should know if you are starting a business, you're looking for ways to define your business and what it is that you do, then you want to start looking at this stuff because when you get registered in your state, you may have a Secretary of State. Everybody has a different process when they go to register a business. There will be questions about that, and it's going to be in your best interest to try to define it as best as you can because then when you go and apply for insurance, some of that same information you're going to be using to apply for your insurance. So it pays time. It's going to pay dividends to you to do your research early so you can make sure that you get properly classified. Why is this even a topic? Because it's very, very common in my business. I'm in a commercial insurance practice. It's very common that businesses are improperly classified. And if they're improperly classified, there's a cost to that. There's a cost to doing business. That could either cost you more in premium, or maybe you're not classified properly and you're paying too little in premium. And that goes against the whole reason why you have insurance in the first place, right? You get insurance to protect your assets. So for small business owners, individuals, and families, you have to protect your bottom line, right? You have to protect your bottom line. And small businesses are at most risks, right? Because they don't always have the same working capital that middle-sized businesses or larger big corporations have. So they have to do everything they can to make sure that they are protecting everything that they worked so hard for and their business that they've worked so hard to keep. So it's very important that they are properly classified. Case in point, I had a client just recently that was referred over to me. This client had a broker for 20 years, that they were going back and forth with, arguing specifically about a classification code that they didn't feel suited their type of business. So I went ahead and I sat down with this individual, and I ended up doing research for this individual, and I found out that, yeah, they were improperly classified. Well, I knew from the jump already when I looked at the kind of business that they were, and I looked at the way that they were classified on the workers' comp code, which that's a whole nother code, and maybe that is what I'm going to expand on next week. That's called the NCCI code. Now, that's the way you're classified by workers' comp. So they took issue with the workers' comp code that had them classified in this category as, I'll tell you the category, physicians and clerical. So that would be something that's more ideal for people who work in doctors' offices, doctors who have practices of all different types. That would be more appropriate for that group of people. This was not a doctor that I was talking to. This was a person that was in the education space. So weird, but the truth is it can happen. It could also happen if you don't have the right professional. Because again, they had this person they were working with for 20 years who pretty much just kept going, giving them pushback and telling them, listen, this is what's best for you. And at the end of the day, when it comes down to your business and what you do, I am of the thinking, and anybody who takes this profession seriously, is that we have to do what's in the best interest of our clients, right? So if my client's giving me a hard time about something, or they're expressing a concern about something that doesn't make sense to them, it is up to me to do due diligence, to research, to do some fact finding as to the issue and the concern that they're bringing up, and then do everything in my power to address that. So anyhow, I was able to help this client because I did the research for them, and I used this wonderful tool that we have that I'm able to look up different industries, their operations, their practices, and what they do. And I can't tell you how happy they were. And that made me happy. If I'm bringing solutions to people and I'm able to solve problems, that means I'm doing my job. So I'm happy to share that. But again, this is a real thing. So that is the reason why I'm speaking about that. And I can tell you this is something that's very common in businesses. So pay attention to it. Keep your eyes open. I hope you guys like this content today. I don't feel the need to beat a dead horse. It's, like I said, it's not a sexy topic, but it is important. So having said that, I hope you enjoy your Friday. I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Next week, what date will that be? That's going to be the 22nd. So again, I am working to bring you videos every Friday. This is going to be focused in, again, the insurance space. If you tuned in today, thank you. If you found this information to be helpful, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel on YouTube. I am at Biz Insurance Wiz Lab. If you check me out on Instagram, I am Biz Insurance Wiz. I am the Biz Insurance Wiz. So again, guys, I will continue to work to bring you better content, more content. If you send me information, you email me, and you have questions, or you want me to discuss a specific topic, please feel free. My email is bizinsuranceWizLab@gmail.com. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys. Have an amazing weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you. This is Shala with the Biz Insurance Wiz Lab signing off. Bye now.